Welcome, everybody. It's Christ 169 coming to you live with some new classes here. Yeah, I got them today. Supposed to be on the 26th, but they came in, uh, Thursday yesterday. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope you guys having a great Friday so far. Um, Today's topic video will be about, um, we're going to be about today topic video going to be about the boxing. It's going to be about my new look here and GPU. The GPU, what is the best for your money? What is the best for your money in 2023? Now I'm gonna try. Now I'm gonna go on different sites here. You really can't see it because I don't have that way of doing it. Uh, Thank you, boxing. New glasses. I have 2030 in this side, 2025 in this side. It brings it to 2020 vision. Give you a quick note about my optical health. My optical health is normal. This pressure is 18. This pressure is 14. Anything in the teens is considered normal. I'm 41 years old, so they said 18 pressure and 14 ain't too far off. If it was like this was like, let's say 20 and that was like 12, and then be kind of a thing to worry about. Being how this is 14 or 14 or 16, this is 18. It's practically there. Now I'm doing things to help slow down deterioration or raise the number by drinking less caffeine, exercising more, drinking more water. That's all you really can do with your optical pressure. It's different every people. Every person's different. I've heard stories of children who have optical pressures up to 20. They're like 10, 12 years old. And I'm 41, so you kind of think, well, that's weird. Everyone's different. And I know I have astigmatism. My eyes are more like shaped like an egg than circular, so it's more astigmatism. I wear these glasses because if I get my CDL eventually, I have to wear glasses anyway because it's required CDL. If I get one, I'm trying to get one in 20 years after I get done with Lowe's. 18 right now, but they're gold plated though, pretty cool. My insurance, Lowe's covered all of it, so pretty cool. Awesome for Lowe's. That's why I worked in the company for a long time. Having insurance does pay out pretty well. Very blessed. Also, got very blessed to have the insurance I have. I only pay like $2-3 a month for the vision. I went to Walmart. I got this at Walmart, at the optical Walmart. So I highly recommend going to your local Walmart. Most is what they are. I can hardly see now because it's kind of green now because the glass is really sharp. And they have and they're filtered where it has like a UV protection on it where it gets dark in the car, but it lightens up in the car. It gets dark outside when UV hits it. While I'm in the house, it's clear. But when I go to my car, it gets darker. And I go outside, it's even darker. So I see better. And it has anti-glare reflection. That's why I have glasses. And that cost me $59 for all that. Like $10 per. Originally like $75 without insurance. Once again, if you have a company and you have insurance, always look at the optical side of insurance. Because usually, even if it covers 50% of everything. Now my Lowe's one has a $220 limit on frames and lenses. $220. So this pair here is like $150 for these frames, and the lenses actually came with it. I just got the extra stuff added on for taking $10 more, and insurance too for another year. So I had like 6 months. I got like another 6 months free because of Lowe's insurance. So I got a whole year until next year June. If anything goes wrong with these, so it's good to have that. Okay, so that being said, though, if you have a company and it may not pay very well, but it's good insurance, sometimes the insurance is weight in gold, and a lot more than money. Because if you guys spend $800 on prescriptions with no insurance, and your company gives you like say $120, you save $700+ there. So and it's always good and bad. Like I can tell you all day long how rough it is, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. But yeah, that's why I say, guys, just do it that way. It's not terrible, but it is what it is. Now, off that topic though, What good GPUs out there? I'm looking at right now. There's Best Buy. Best Buy has a GPU sale right now. They have a sale on GPUs. 3060 NVIDIA. This is one in Clarksville, Tennessee. The one that's one we have in Clarksville. It's $299. Originally $389, saving $90 on this one. It's 12 gigabyte one, XLR R8 gaming level. Specifications obviously are good. It says it does 8K 4320. I doubt that for 3060. Because my 3070 can't do 8K. It can, but it would be very, very hard. Manufacturer warranty on parts, 3 years. Warranty on labor, 3 years. So you get like 3 years of warranty either way. I would put it more, not 8K. Maximum digital resolution is 8K. I would probably go more 1080p with this. You can probably do 1440p because it has 12 gigabytes of VRAM. But I wouldn't go no higher than that. I wouldn't go no higher than 2K with a 3060, even 12 gigabyte model. Now go back to it. Now we have 3060, 289 at same thing, 289 at Amazon. It's a little cheaper. It is not refurbished. Amazon right now. 289 is on sale. I do believe it's on sale until Let's see here. It doesn't say when the sale ends, but let's say it ends within a week or so. Let's just say that make it easier for everybody. But the review is pretty good on this thing. Now, I still stand behind my 3070, even though I think it's kind of crappy. I only have 8 gigabytes. A 3050 at Best Buy. And another Best Buy one here. It's in Brentwood. That's when going towards Nashville. 3050s are interesting little cards. 8 gigabytes. DDR6. 4.0. 4.0. Not good for 8K, obviously. 3050s are decent little things. It's just they're not as well. It's not bad. 3050s are not terrible. See, the 3050 gets a bad reputation for having a bad reputation for being good or bad. It just depends on how you look at it, though. I mean, you can get a good graphics card for the money if you're willing to pay for it. And now you go to Best Buy. It has 6700 XT, 10 gigabytes for $289. At 1650, 4 gigabyte for $149. If you're really extreme budget gamer, that's in Brentwood, by the way. 600 XT is the overclock is equivalent to a 3060. The Swift 600 XT 12 gigabyte one, 1612 XP. See, and there's two of them. The XT has 12 gigabytes. 600 non-XT has 10. See, this is something that NVIDIA should have done. They should have had, okay, we got 3070 and say 12 gigabyte or 10 gigabyte, and 3060 Ti should have 12. Very simple. More power, a little more VRAM. But of course not. And the 4070, it says at Best Buy Brentwood, it's $800. 4070 12 gigabyte one, $619, and 470 Ti is $859. And the ARC, they have an ARC here that's sponsored. ARC is probably online, so it's $329. 8 gigabyte one. Guys, I'm gonna tell you the truth though about graphics cards right now. Graphics card, tell you the truth about graphics card right now. You can buy whatever you want to buy. I'm not gonna argue with you. It's your business, your money. But right now, graphics cards being they are right now, You get 3060 for under $300. Okay, and if you can afford a 3060, go for it. Jump on it. Best Buy, Amazon, hey, go get it. Because right now, 3070 to me is kind of an enigma world right now, where it's good. Now I love it, but and there's always a but there. There's always an asterisk there. It's good, but and the but is there is no reason for a 3070 with power it has or Ti to be only limited to 8 gigabytes of VRAM. They could have made their 3060 10 and made 12 a 3070 and 16 or 15 or 14 for the 3070, 18 for the 3090 or 3080, 3090, make it 25 or 30 or 100. What do you want to do with it? They didn't do that. And I know I'll go on rants about this because it pisses me off that NVIDIA is refusing to listen to us, and they're constantly turning out these stupid, dumbass, retarded graphics cards no one's buying. No one is buying the 4070, 4060 because they're not stupid. Okay? They're not stupid, NVIDIA. We're smarter than you. Okay? We're not going to go, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to buy that. I even toyed the idea of buying a 4070 Ti just to buy it, see how it works. See how well it will work in my rig and my CPU. Be researching for a while. I thought about buying one. Yeah, I'll go ahead and give it a shot. Why not? I'm not really a hypocrite. No, I'm a gamer. I'll review it on here. I'll show it to people. I'll put it on. I wouldn't put it in there. I'll put it in there. I'll fire to do that. And I'll review it, of course. And I'll give my yay or nay. My yay or nay. Thumb up, thumb down. But I will not sit there and buy and be called a hypocrite. And I won't call you a hypocrite if you bought one. Why? Because it's your damn money. You do what you want with it. But I'm telling you, folks, a 4070 to me is a stupid. The 40 series card should not exist. They should have waited 2 more years, 24 months, for us to marinate ourselves with the 30 series cards. No, they rushed it out because they thought we're effing stupid. When they realized, oh shit, people are not stupid after all. People have to have common sense. I can take my glasses off and still see how stupid NVIDIA is. I can still see that, and you guys can too. You guys see how stupid NVIDIA is right now. Now how much of a lame brain they really are. And AMD is no better. And Arc is trying to get off the ground. And I praise Intel for a lot of their things they do. I criticize a lot of their CPU prices, but I still praise them for what they're doing with the ARC. They're trying to do on their own. Now they could have gone to EVGA when they left NVIDIA. Hey, help us build this ARC thing, because they had all the information on how to build NVIDIA stuff. And they can use it over an ARC and help them out, but they didn't do that. Because I was betting, man. I was betting EVGA would have gone over to Intel ARC. Hey, we'll help you. And we want sole rights to your graphics cards, though. I don't think Intel would be that hard to go. Yeah, go ahead. And with the knowledge that EVGA has with their power supplies, stuff that they built and graphics cards they built in the past, they could have helped forefront the Intel ARCs. So I'm really pissed off that that deal didn't happen. I lost a bet on that one. But in the same sense, though, I'm also happy to see that AMD is kicking the shit out of NVIDIA in sales. Their sales increased by about 25% so far. I've been reading this stuff for the last couple months. I've been laughing and pointing. AMD is literally just going back and going, and they go, and they don't know what to do. NVIDIA don't like, well, what's going on? We can't do it. And NVIDIA has the nerve to go on Twitter and ask questions about why people hate the brand so far right now. I'm like, are you guys just plain retarded or just stupid? Are you just realizing the fact now that we don't like the fact when you're shoving this crap down our throats? I understand if people want to buy graphics cards. Okay, I get that. But you don't want to buy a $2,000 2080 Ti in 2023. It's not logical. Not logical at all. You could buy right now $2,000 a gaming rig with a 4080, maybe 4070 Ti in there. You go electronics, especially if I get 3080 for $2,500, a little high price. I'm saying you could buy a pre-built system for $2,000 and get a better system than go buy a 2080 Ti or 3070 or 4070 or 4080. Granted, some of those pre-builts, are making their way into Best Buy. And when I play with them, of course. When I see them, of course. I go to different states. I travel a little bit. Friends, sometimes I go visit friends when I have time off. And I travel to different states. And I go to Best Buy and I do research. The place I want to go is in the micro centers. Kind of really get knee deep in that stuff. The closest we have is in Indiana or in Georgia. There's nothing, or Fairfax, Virginia. That being said, though, do I want people to buy graphics cards? Answer is, I don't care. It's your guys' money. I said before, it's your guys' money. But I implore you guys not to spend it on stupid stuff that you know is not going to handle or not going to be relevant. A graphics card with 192 bandwidth bus, like the 4070s, and a slap in the face. Because there's 10 series cards with more bust than that. Hell, 2060 had I think 192 or 250, 230, whatever it was, bust. And that was a 2060 non-super 60 gigabyte card, and it ran great. But I started seeing the writing on the wall. It was time for an upgrade. Now, if the 40 series came out back then, I probably got a 4060 Ti, a 4060, and happy with it because I would have upgraded enough, would have been a leap, but didn't because they play us all as fools. NVIDIA played us all, like myself, as a fool. They made us think that we're going to get this graphic great 30 series card. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be cool. All that's going to happen. Plans aligning. We've now finally got one. I think they bought it for me, and they reeled me and they gave me a box. It's a box. It's heavy. What is it? 37. Lost my shit. And not even a year later, bam, they knocked out this 40 series cards. To tell me, like, you know what, this is bullshit. They need to be a little more customer service friendly. I mean, this coming out here with cards and dangling all over our dangling all over our heads like like a mouse took and like a cat and a mouse's tail. To me, is very dangerous. Because people are getting desperate out there. Back in COVID, and even now, when people are having, to worry about going to take the kid to the doctors because he has a fever, or they eat that day, and so someone says, "Okay, get the kid an aspirin." No, you eat or you don't, or you take him to the hospital. And you're going to be breaking out some billfolds. So that's the struggle people are going through. And yes, and we're all blessed if you can afford a nice house, it's a small house, a car, a gaming rig, internet and TV and electrical stuff, working AC, or a nice apartment. If you can afford all that stuff, you're very blessed. People have saying, well, there's privilege out in the world. Well, yes, there's privilege. We live in a country where we're not living in the damn streets killing each other. We're not, women, not being raped by the thousands a day like they are in Venezuela. People are not starving to death like they are in India or in South America. We are very privileged. And once we stop this nonsensical social justice crap and get back to actually loving each other, is never going to make a dent in the body count. I don't care what kind of reform you do. Love is the ultimate way to get to defeat evil. When you keep stoking the fire, it doesn't matter. But going back to graphics cards, it's the exact same thing. And NVIDIA is stoking the fire. They're trying to get us all wild up to go buy these cards, and no one's buying them because no one cares about this crap. No one cares about the graphics card shortages. People have a lot more problems than NVIDIA and AMD and Intel think. Well, we got billions of dollars. We don't know what's going on. Of course you guys don't. And you can hate Donald Trump, you can hate Bill Gates, you can hate all of them. But I have no problem with that with somebody who made their money. Hook or by crook, I don't care. You made your money, you do what you want with it. If you want to go outside and throw it in the air and light it on fire, by all means, that's your business. I ain't going to be over the fence going, yeah, you give that money to the poor? No, that's not me. I don't care. I give $10, $20 a year to South Salvation Army, the little kettles, every year. Why? Because when I was younger and we were drinking sugar water, somebody gave to Salvation Army, my mother went by, and they gave out the money to buy food. And then she bought a lot of food. I think like $30 what it was. Back in the 80s. So the Salvation Army helped out us a lot. And we lived on welfare for 6 months. I wasn't born yet. And my dad was in the Army, or not in the Army yet, but in college. We'll talk about living with no pride. So I'm very passionate about things because I'm also have a very strong upbringing about money and about understanding, about doing what's right. And in these gaming companies and in these graphics card companies, CPU companies, they seem to think that everybody's made of money because they are. Now, not everybody has Donald Trump lotto. Not everybody has Rockefeller money. Some of us, build a $2,000 gaming rig. Can we use, our money we got from the, from the stimulus checks that Trump gave out and also Biden gave out. I saved them up. Also got a tax refund saved up. And I got a car out there first, a Honda Civic. But then I put the rest of it into a gaming rig. Now, so I do things the way I do things. I don't try to tell people how to live their lives. But I tell people to have accountability for it. If I got to live accountability and constantly pay bills every month, NVIDIA and AMD and Intel can stand up and can stand tall, pull the man, and give accountability of what the hell's going on with the GPU crisis and the CPU problems and all the other crap that happened in the last couple of years. Instead of running behind a rock and hiding from everybody, stand up. Now, NVIDIA has come out and said they made a mistake releasing the 40 series cards. Too little, too late, obviously, but they still made that effort to come out and talk about it. But is it because of the PR, or that they really have it in their heart to care? I'm going with option B. It's because they're seeing their stock go down the toilet. Yes, they made $1 trillion, and there's probably $1 trillion club, but their credibility is going down the toilet. And credibility is more important, in the CPU world than money. You can make hundreds of trillions of dollars, but if your graphics card ain't selling, it ain't matter. You got to lay off some sweatshop workers in China, or you got to shut down some companies in the United States. They're gonna have riot break out. People working on these companies. Look at EVGA. Well, we're not gonna get rid of anybody. They're already cutting people from their GPU line. They have to. And I understand it's BS. They told me, we're not cutting anybody. Yeah, sure. That person who's been doing that GPU job for 20 years, it's going to fit right in, scrubbing those toilets. It ain't going to happen. So I say things out there like this, and I go on little rants and tirades because it has to be said. You can buy a GPU, but be careful what you buy. Because you buy 40 series cards, you're helping, mitigate the problem of with NVIDIA. Yes, and yes, that I would have bought one too myself. I thought about it, but really looking at it, look at my 3070. My 3070 is just as powerful as a 4070. Made 15% less powerful. I'm still playing game. I can play game to 2K on this thing if I got a 2K monitor. That's not something that's going to really break my bank. I got to go buy a new card. If I want to upgrade, I'll get a 3080 or 3090 if I were going to upgrade. At least that way I have, my scruples, and I also have my, ducks lined up in a row. I'm not just wasting money on a card that come out. And the 4090 series cards are still having issues with power cable burning up and causing fire. These smart cables would be regulating the power. Yeah, they're regulating your wallet with the regulating, making you spend more money on cables and more graphics cards just because, NVIDIA is a bunch of idiots. So this is what happened when we rush stuff out, guys. And my condolences to the people lost in the submarine that went down the Titanic. If you haven't found out yet that the sub imploded. They found pieces of the sub gone. It might have had a rupture somewhere or air leak, and it just imploded like a tin can. They found records of it, but they can't get the bodies because the body's probably too far down there, and the body's probably crushed too, probably. I wouldn't even be surprised if they're not even little balls of flesh rolling around the bottom floor. Didn't know fish haven't got to them yet. So it was really sad. But that's something about science. You understand that these leftists don't care about science. Well, science is very important because now a sub has pretty much turned into a small thin can. It's like anything like 10,000 pounds square inch or a million pounds square inch down to where Titanic finally settled in the bottom of the ocean floor, where it's so pressurized, only small, thin, fish could live down there. It's been down there for over 100 years. And it bothers me because people are making jokes about it. So my condolences to the families of those individuals lost. And a word of advice is, if you want to go down there, let it go. Because you won't make it back up. And I hate that. This is my last part of my video here. But I hate to feel what they felt like in the last few minutes of their lives. Seconds of their lives. Because a pressure break like that will probably kill you, hopefully, industry. I hope they went out fast. I hope they were gone just like that. I hope they didn't have any pain. They must have felt some pressure and they're gone. I hope it was that quick, because to have pressure crushing you like that is terrible. So once again, my condolences to the 5-6 people lost in that Titan incident. It's bad news, sad news. They found the imploding part of the vessel that's imploded. They'll try to salvage that machine if they can, but it's 2 miles down below the sea. I don't think they're going to be able to get it. It's probably going to be a graveyard for them. It's sad, but it's just the way it is in the world we live in. We risk our lives to go, see history. I did it before. Well, the second time I did it was the one time too many. So my condolences once again to the families. It's sad, to see that, to hear that they're not coming back to their families again. And like I said, though, it must have been rough for them the last couple seconds of their life, realizing that this is it. But I pray for them. I pray for the family. And I pray for you guys that the problems you're going through, that the Lord will bless you and keep you safe. This is my video, guys. Once again, like, subscribe, notification, ring that bell. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.